Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 11 preview between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Saints.
The New Orleans Saints are on a 2-game winning streak, and you can attribute it to the fact that they're running the football to set up the play-action pass. The Saints' strength lie in their running back personnel, and at some point in the season, they will get Darren Sproles back, so the offense will get better in that aspect. But right now, they're using the ground game to set up the pass, and that's how they have to win offensively, which is why they won 2 straight. Now, you look at Cedric Ellis playing a huge role in this week's defensive game plan because he's going against an outstanding center, a young center, Stefan Wisniewski, and we know the Raiders love to run the zone, and the key to stopping the zone is, one, stop the outside run so you have to set the edge, and also blowing it up from the interior, getting that push on the interior, and that falls on Cedric Ellis. And you look at Jabari Greer matched up versus Denarius Moore. He has to win that battle. He cannot get caught looking in the backfield because Carson Palmer does have a strong enough arm to hit the deep passes downfield. Let's move over to the Oakland Raiders in this matchup, and you have to look at the secondary. The biggest question you have about that group coming in is, can they match up depth-wise with the Saints wide receivers? The Saints love to go 3 and 4 wide receiver sets, widen out the defense. The secondary has to be able to match up. Now up front, Lamar Houston and company, one thing you can do to confuse the Saints offensive line is come with many different stunts and pressures. If you can come with different games and stunts up front, you can have some effectiveness in confusing the blocking assignments and getting pressure on Drew Brees. But let's go inside the lab and look at this Raiders offense and see how they can slow down the Saints' newfound blitz package.
The New Orleans Saints defense has regained their aggressive swagger. So you look at the Oakland Raiders coming in offensively, what can they do to defeat this Saints pressure on the defensive side of football? They have to utilize the screen game to effectiveness. And I've drawn up 3 types of screen plays that they could utilize this week versus that Saints over-aggressive defense. You see right here, basic I formation, they could show that zone step. You bring your backside guard, your center, your play side guard, and your tackle all getting out there as you fake the run action, throwing it back to the running back right here, and effectively getting him the football. Darren McFadden or Mike Goodson, if Darren McFadden is healthy, Mike Goodson, or even Tywan Jones, whoever's going to be back there in the back of hell, even Marcel Reese got some carries. This is going to be open play right there. Your basic screen, fake one way, come back another way. Simple concept. Second concept we have is you're in a double back shotgun set. You got 2 backs to either side. You got the tight end flanked. So this is Brandon Myers. Very important to remember that. So what we're going to do, we're going to flare out this back here, trying to draw the weak side backer this way. As the middle linebacker drops into his coverage, we're bringing the backside guard, center, play side guard, and tackle is going to fan block, influence block this defensive end, getting him to come down. And we're going to sneak this second back right there behind those 3 linemen and shoot him up the field. And hopefully Brandon Myers can lead the way on that strong safety or on the free safety. Now you look right here. This is the cool one right there. This is the middle screen. We're going to double flare the backs. So now we're pulling both linebackers, all 3 linebackers are flying to the flat because they see guards pulling, tackles pulling, going everywhere. And we're going to creep this tight end right over the middle. Boom. Big play, one-on-one, Brandon Myers. So if the Raiders are going to have some success throwing the football versus New Orleans, we know they have the talent out there on the flanks. They also have a very good tight end in Brandon Myers. Utilizing the screen game and getting everyone involved at every level could have a huge advantage could give the Raiders a huge advantage this week versus New Orleans.
The 4-minute offense of the New Orleans Saints has to be an X factor in this ballgame. They almost let one slip away versus Atlanta because they couldn't close out the game with the lead. They have to do a better job in that aspect. For the Raiders, they cannot turn the football over. That goes without saying. It's an understatement. Carson Palmer has to protect the football. You can't give a team like the Saints ample opportunities with the football. Otherwise, it could be a long day. I like the Saints in this ballgame. I think a well-balanced offensive attack in New Orleans. They're going to lean more on the running game this week, and they'll be able to take advantage of a depleted secondary in Oakland. Now, defensively, putting pressure on Palmer will be the key. They don't have a running game out there right now in Oakland, so look for the Saints to play the run on the way to the quarterback en route to a big road victory. And I want to give a huge shout-out to Saint fan forums and Raider fan forums for always showing football game plan support.